Hello, my name is Phoenix and welcome to this video. This is the third part of a series where I will show you houses that range from small to bigger to the biggest house. So it will be 3 different sizes and 3 different house styles in one video. So let's continue. As you can see behind me, there is a tent. This is a regular tent. It's very basic. It is cyan with cyan wool and cyan concrete, but the mixture of both of them gives me the feel of fabric. At the front here, I couldn't have fully blocks, so I used spruce trapdoors to make a wall, kind of. But that's the way I had to do it with this small size. I don't want to go inside yet, but I can show you a little around. As you can see, it has these plugs and it also has this greenery, grassy and different textures to the ground. So it makes you feel like you are in the forest. There is brown concrete powder, path blocks, there are green concrete powder, so it doesn't matter if it's actually concrete, it looks like more vibrant grass. As you can see inside of this tent, in this case it's 2 by 3. I don't usually design houses that are 2 by 3, but in this case and in this tent, it was natural to do it that way. The most important thing was to fit the bed. The bed is actually the most important thing, and the storage of course, but the bed, you really need to have that, because you need to hide from the monsters in the beginning. Yeah, and there's a lamp up there. The 1.14 update was great with that lamp. So let's head on to the next house. I mean tent. It's not a house, is it? Alright, this one is better. It's bigger, you have more opportunities when you have a size like this. The first one was 2 by 3, but this one is more fair to the idea of making a tent. If you really want to live in a tent, I mean, you don't need anything bigger than this. It's not like you're going to live there forever, you know, you're just on a vacation maybe or something. And this got it all. It has the plugs and actually buttons, and it has the texture. When you are out and walking in the wood, you will see textures and colors that kind of reminds you of this. Okay, let's take a look around. It's a little water pit there, so you can fish a little bit. It's a tree that illustrates that this is in a forest. I really like the image from here. It looks great from right here. So, but let's go inside the tent to see what this has to offer. Yeah, it's 3 beds here. So it's for the mom and the dad and the son or daughter. If they got 1 more children, they don't know what to do. It's a crafting table, so this is a place you don't live for a very long time. So you can say this is a starter house. But let's look at the next house. I mean tent. The bigger tent. Biggest tent of them all. Here it is. And this is kind of a different type of tent. This is way above the other tent. This tent is fitting a lot more. This is a house tent, but it's still a tent. From above you can see there are 4 sticks because it's a big tent, so it can't be held up by just 1 column. It's almost like a party tent. You can eat your food right here. It's white furniture outside kind of often is white. So let's go inside. Oh, here is a cozy place, isn't it? This is the eating area. There's a lot of people that eats here quite often, and all of them are eating fish, of course. And there's a flower pot there, and there's some pickles. When you are using the pickles without water, they seem like glass, kind of. And in this context, it looks like it's natural to have on the table. In this room, there is also storage, the barrel sections, and there's a hammock. It's a sleeping hammock with a room for 2. 2 people can sleep here, and it kind of, from a distance, look like it has the shape of a hammock. I really tried to make that at least. It is what it is. It's Minecraft. So there is some more storage right here. Yeah, it's a lamp and it's the kitchen. It's nothing special. This is a camping area and the kitchens in camping area quite often aren't that special. It's a furnace and a cauldron with water. You need to go out and get water and get it back to the cabin. That's the way it is, if you are a camper. But alright, enough with tents. Let's move on. We have seen tents now. The next house I want to show you is a little bit different. I have used a building block that are a little bit rare, but it actually looks great. This is a water house, a water jungle house. This is the smallest version. It's 1x1 on the inside. It has been built by a block that's not that often used for a building block, and that's what makes this house interesting, I think. This house shares the principle of the other jungle house that I made the last episode, but it's a little bit more hydrated, more vibrant colors, and the melon, of course, really is what makes this design. And of course it stands in a water pit, so it really is more hydrated. And I have been decorating it with some sugar canes, some lily pads, and somehow kind of a rusty looking dock surrounding the water. So let's go into the house. It's not a lot in here, it's actually just a barrel and another barrel in the roof. So there's no bed. I couldn't fit a bed in here because the whole house is being held up by piles, so I can't hide a bed down here. It's actually just a chest house, a place that you can hide from the monsters and store some stuff in it. Actually, if you want to build a nice looking AFK house next to one of your farms, you can build one of these. So for that usage, this is actually perfect. But it's not really livable. If you want to live in this house, you kind of need to have just a bed on the grass or something. Or you can just build a bigger one that I'm going to show you right now. The bigger version of this type of hydrated jungle house is right here. This house is a 3x3 house on the inside, and this one also stands on a water pit and has a elevated dock in between. And it has the same type of decoration as the other one. And then there are a little wheat farm right there, just for the visuals, not really efficient of a farm, it's for the looks. So let's go inside of this house to check it out. This is more of a livable house. It has a bed right there and some furnaces, 3 furnaces. You can actually have 2 more if you want to, but I like the look of the pipe up there. And then there's a ladder that goes up to a second floor where you actually can store a lot of things. And that has something to do with the roof. I don't know if you saw the last episode, but if you did, you saw that these rounded types of roof has the ability to have a big storage in the loft. And a hidden crafting table right there with a lamp and some green carpet. So let's go downstairs. This is a house that you can live in for a little while. But let's move on. I have a bigger house to show you. Here it is. As you can see, it's quite similar to the one we just looked at. But the water pit is a little bit bigger, the house is bigger, and it also has a second roof right over the front section, just to make and give the house more character. The dock is a little bit bigger and more messy and more rustic than the last one. As you can see, there's the little wheat farm again, right there, just for the visuals, and some jungle trees, because it's a jungle house, yeah. But let's go inside of the house now, and straight into the kitchen. There's a lot of storage that you can store your food, you can cook your food right there. And there's a green bed with a little bit of a green carpet, and there's some stairs. Let's go up. Here is some possibilities. As you can see, there's a lot of barrels. In here it's a lot of barrels. And it's also some bookshelves. So if you want to, you could have an enchantment table in the middle, so you have that in your house. That can be a good thing, because you kind of often want to enchant your tools and armor. At the top here, There's a crafting table and more barrels and a lamp. And a little window. But let's go downstairs. I really like to have the double ladder because it's easier to get down. Sometimes I'm stuck at the top and I just can't get down the ladders. Okay, but let's move on, because I have another house style type to show you. This is a cute little city house. Isn't it cute? A townhouse, maybe that term is more right. And as you can see, there's asphalt there. And there's the roof, and there's a pipe and some fences at the top, as townhouses quite often have. There's actually no reason to look at this from the sides, because it only has the facade. On the sides it's nothing, because this is supposed to be placed next to another house. So I'm just going to show you the front of these houses. So let's go inside. Yeah, straight into the bedroom. So here you can sleep. I couldn't put any storage down here because it would have shown from the outside. But you can sleep here, and it's quite a tall house. So you can go up this ladder, and here is an anvil, and up there's some storage, but it's only one. So this doesn't have the room for a lot of storage, this house, but one chest at least. So yeah, that's that with this house. So let's move on to the next house. This house is a little bit bigger. It actually looks quite big because of the tallness. These houses are quite tall but quite small on the inside. But it looks huge because the house is really tall. This one as well only have a facade, so I can just show you from above. You can see the fences at the top of the house, and then the windows. The windows are actually quite huge, but yeah, they have to be. And then, as you can see, there are a little bit more detail on the front side. There's a bush over there, and stairs and a door into the house. So let's go inside the house. It's not really something special, but there is something. It's livable. It's a crafting table, an anvil, some beds, and some storage. And instead of a stair, I just wanted to use scaffolding as an elevator, just to use something else than the ladder, and this works really well as an elevator. As you can see, this is the basement and the second floor that I haven't done anything with. So yeah. But let's look at the next house and the last house of this video. This is the bigger version of the townhouse. As you can see, it's quite similar to the last one. It has one more window, so it's a little bit wider. It's almost the same height, and the roof has 2 windows up there. Because the house is so wide, it looks better with 2 than 1 in the middle, and there are fences at the top. The bottom section has a lot more detail in this one. And the windows are huge. It has some fences, is it gitter? I don't know, at the front there, and some white frames. It just makes a depth to the windows. So let's go inside the house. This actually is a huge house because it's tall and it is huge at the bottom as well. And so this is an apartment. I haven't decorated it. It's just an example. And then you can walk up the stairs like this and go to the second floor and the third floor. So yeah, that is just a possibility of this build. It's nothing special inside here, it's just a solution for the rooms and the apartments, because that's kind of hard to get a smart solution for that. I have shown you all that I had for this episode, and let me know if you like this type of content. I have a lot more houses that I want to build. Bye bye!